Okay, here we are. This is lesson 2 of drawing the Bentley Mulsanne Mulliner. And what I have done is I started to highlight the lines around the front of the car. And I started on the front because the lights have quite a few elements in them, and I want to make sure I get that right. So the first thing to do is to start building color around them, and then I'll see how much more detail I need to put in there and how much shadowing and all should be done to make it worthwhile. Anyway, also the grill has a lot of elements too. I'm going to surround the grill. There's a chrome trim around the grill itself, and I'm going to put the dark color around it that's in shadow. This car is gray, so in shadow it looks almost black, and it's going to give a good range of colors for me, which is really important when I'm using only black and white. It's very much important to get some drama in the picture, and the only way I can do that is because of the shades of gray that I get all the way up to black. And here we are working on the outside fender on the right hand side, and I'm not necessarily taking it all the way to where it will be, but I'm trying to make it so that it looks like something like the range of colors that it's going to have. And when I do my final once over, I'll change the values a little bit, but all I'm trying to do is bring it up to but not over the darkness that I want. If I take it up too high, then I have to shift everything toward the black end of the spectrum, and then I lose drama and lose effect of the drawing. So it's important for me to make sure that I get up near the color value but not over it. And that gives me an idea of where all the other colors are going to be too. The whole side of the car is basically one color. It looks like it's almost a uniform gray, and there's only one little change in color, and that's just above the chrome line that's down near the bottom. And that's an inset mark, and it looks like it's in shadow there, so it is considerably darker. And that one will give me a way to break up the side view of it and not make it just one big slab of gray. And of course the door handles and all the rest of that will help a little bit too, to break up that large expanse of in sheet metal in the real world, but in my case just paper. Anyway, coming along fine. Here's the trim I was talking about around the outside the grill. This is a time lapse, so it's 4 times as fast as you would normally see it, so you can't really tell that I'm moving the pen tip up and down as I move it. It's just a series of dots. I know it looks like I'm drawing a line, but I'm not. I'm drawing a line with a series of dots, and that makes it look like I'm filling it in or doing line work, but it's not really that way. Okay, starting to get some color laid down now. And there's a highlight. The sun, of course, comes from above, so that leaves a highlight on the places that are horizontal. And where I'm working now, just below the grill, that's exactly what it has. That bumper sticks outward, and that horizontal line now is highlighted by the sunlight. So I'm working around there too. But you can see what happens when these headlights get surrounded by darkness. It really tends to make them stand out, so it's going to make a lot more interest in the picture. And that will also let me know how I'm doing with it, so I can see what it looks like at every point. This is a really pretty car. I never really bothered to look at one too much before, but this is a good color for me. Being in gray, it's much easier to do than the white colors and the other colors that I've seen on them, the lighter colors. But I'm trying to work down here all the way down now to near the ground line. I'm going to get done part of the bumper today. It looks like we're not going to get much farther than that, but this shows you at least the first portions of how I always do this. This is the first step for me, is to always try to put the details in, and then to start with the darkest places like underneath the car, and now to start working on the places where the details are going to show the best, which is in this case the front and the wheels. Actually, this front wheel particularly, the headlights, the grille, and the details that are on the front of the car. Those are the most important things for me, so I always try to work the hardest on them. Oh, getting down right near the end now. Uh, I'll do a lot more tomorrow. We'll probably do part of the hood, and maybe we'll start down the side. It's looking really good though. So far, going great. Anyway, I hope to see you back here tomorrow. We'll do quite a bit more work. Bye.